Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today I'd like to bring you to Ironforge for the Winter Veil celebration in World of Warcraft. The Feast of Winter Veil runs in 2018 from Sunday the 16th of December until Wednesday the 2nd of January. In that timescale, if you're Alliance, you should go to Ironforge, and if you're Horde, you should venture to Orgrimmar. You'll find a snow globe in both of those cities, and if you go in the snow globe, you can find that you can actually fly around. It will turn you into a little gnome, or Santa's elf, and you can fly around in the snow globe, but you can have a little bit of fun with some of your friends, flying around, having aerial battles and just having a lot of fun. Also, randomly, inside the globe, occasionally can spawn a globe yeti. The only time you can get this pet is during the Feast of Winter Veil, so you will usually find some players hanging around hoping to find the globe yeti. So let's get my pet out of there so that I don't confuse the poor people trying to find the globe yeti. Here is the globe yeti that I managed to get last year. Let me show you his movesets. His moveset is humanoid, of course. His moveset is Snowball, Roar, Gift of Winter's Veil, Rampage, Haymaker and Bash. So if you hang around, he spawns usually very close to the tree in the centre of the snow globe, and you just happen to be the first person that can battle him and catch him, then you'll have yourself the globe yeti. As I said, there's usually a few people looking around trying to catch him, so try and stay out of their way if they're the only one trying to catch it, and good luck with your hunt. Let's grab a bling while we're here. And in Orgrimmar or in Ironforge, you can find Great Father Winter by a Christmas tree. From Christmas Day onwards, you will be able to open some of these presents underneath the tree, so don't forget to stop back on the 25th or in the week after in order to grab your presents. But there are a few quests. Let's take a look at the quests. Treats for Great Father Winter. Hey, can you do Great Father Winter a favour, little boy? Maybe not quite so little, but yeah, sure, Centre. Not to needlessly talk about myself in the third person, but Great Father Winter has been at this all day and he could use a treat himself. Some gingerbread cookies and ice-cold milk to wash them down with would really hit the spot. Think you could be a friend to the Great Father and fetch some for me? Bring 5 gingerbread cookies and an ice-cold milk to Great Father Winter in Ironforge.
Safe travels.
Oh, did I not?
How are ya?
Did I not accept that quest? Sorry, Great Father Winter. If you come across here to the little hut, you'll find 2 goblins outside of it. These are people that work for Smoky Wood Pastures,
I got what you need.
and they both sell items. So you can get food and drink from one of them, and from the second one, the one that has the quest, you can also get sheets of paper so that you can wrap gifts to give to other people in game. If you've got any presents that you want to give people, just grab some of this paper and then you can wrap them up for them. You can also get some ingredients for cooking, holiday spices. You can buy yourself a gaudy Winter Veil sweater as a cosmetic item to wear, and there are 3 recipes to be purchased. There's the recipe gingerbread cookie. You want to get that one if you want to complete the quest for Great Father Winter, to make him his gingerbread cookies for his quest. You can also make Winter Veil eggnog. You'll need to make that in order to complete some of the achievements for the holiday season. And you can also, if you're a tailor, make red winter clothing. So if you have tailoring of over 250 for the classic version of tailoring, then you'll want to pick up that recipe. On the second page, if you're a leather worker, you can pick up the pattern for winter boots. You'll need the classic leather working at least 285 in order to be able to make this pattern. And the final recipe for your cooking is recipe hot apple cider. Again, you'll need this one in order to complete one of the achievements for the festive foods if you want to complete all the achievements for this festival. This gentleman, of course, is very popular at this time of year, and we can't see him for all the many mounts around, but we can still click him for the quests. The quests are: Great Father Winter is here. Have a wondrous Wintervale friend. Be sure to say hello to Great Father Winter. If you've been nice this year, you'll receive wondrous treats on the day of the Feast of Wintervale. Be sure to tell him what you hope to get this year. Also, be sure to stock up on treats to give those who've been nice this year. We have a great selection to choose from. Fresh from our farm to your plate, it's Smoky Wood Pasture's wholesome goodness. Speak with Great Father Winter. He's located near the Smoky Wood Pasture's vendor area in Ironforge. And the daily repeatable quest is You're a Mean One. A creature called the Abominable Grinch stole our shipment of treats. Be careful though, he's vicious, and a bunch of those little green gnomes do his bidding. You're going to need some help in facing him. Rumour has it he's holding our treats and our beloved Metz and the reindeer at Growler's Cave in the Hillsbrad foothills. Find the treats and bring them back before the celebration is ruined and all the children of Stormwind are disappointed. Recover the stolen treats and free Metz and the reindeer after defeating the Abominable Grinch, who is hiding out near Growler's Cave in the Hillsbrad foothills. And if you complete the Grinch quest, you'll get a box which, when you open it, has a chance to have in it some of the presents that came under the tree in previous years. So in previous years, if there are some things that you missed out on, then this is your chance to get some of those. If you do that quest every day, you get a chance every day to get something that you're missing in your box. So let's turn in the first quest to speak to Great Father Winter. Ho, 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 hello. I'm Great Father Winter, and I, courtesy of the fine folks of Smoky Wood Pastures, fresh from our farm to your plate, it's Smoky Wood Pastures' wholesome goodness, would like to wish you a fantastic Feast of Wintervale. If you've been good this year, maybe you will receive treats from Smoky Wood Pastures as your treat for the Feast of Wintervale. Huzzah!
Off with you.
Now, we want to make some cookies for Santa. So we want to type in cookie to our recipes, and we want to make gingerbread cookies. In order to make those, we need holiday spices, which, as we said, we can purchase from our Smoky Wood Pastures friend over here. So we want to make 5 cookies for Santa, so we need 5 spices, and we can buy 5 spices for 10 copper. And then we need 1 small egg to make each cookie. We need 5 small eggs. Good places for you to get the small eggs, even at low levels. If you're Alliance, might I recommend Westfall, and you can get the eggs from the buzzards to be found flying around Westfall. And if you're Horde, might I suggest that you go outside of Silvermoon City. Just outside of there you'll find some of the dragon hawks at quite low level, and they also drop the small eggs, so that makes it quite easy to get the small eggs. Whether you're Alliance or Horde, even at low levels you can get them from those 2 places. Let's turn in our gingerbread cookies and our ice cold milk to Great Father Winter. The ice cold milk you can buy from any of the vendors to be found inside the inns in the capital cities. You're quite the helper to old Great Father Winter here, Enkidu. Have a great feast of Wintervale. Here's a little something, you know, for the effort.
Watch your back.
And he gave us a little box, Smoky Wood Pastures gift pack. Let's open that up, and we've got 5 fizzy apple cider. Now that's the item that you can make from one of the other recipes, but you will need to drink at least 1 in order to get the Foods of Wintervale achievement completed. If you come a little bit away, you'll find another person with a quest.
Here there.
In Ironforge, this is Goalie Crumb, and he's found near to the snow globe. The reason for the season. Gifts, treats, presents, bah, I say. These goblins pollute the true meaning of the season, the Feast of Wintervale. This is a time of renewal. The land slumbers under a blanket of snow brought forth by Great Father Winter, who is not the bumbling fool over there in the red suit. If you're interested in learning what the feast is all about for yourself, ask historian Karnak at the Explorers League. I'm sure he'll be surprised that someone cares about history rather than getting presents. Speak with historian Karnak at the Explorers League in Ironforge about the Feast of Wintervale. Well, let's go and do that. So let's jump on a mount and run and find the historian and see about the true meaning of the feast, the real historical reason for the feast. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with presents, and I would love some presents too, but knowing the history as well as getting the presents, now that's a great balance, I think. So here's the historians area in the Hall of Explorers. Right at the back is where we need to go. And there's the historian. Hello, historian Karnak. The Feast of Wintervale, you say? Alas, in times past it held a more substantial meaning to us dwarves. Nowadays it seems as though others have turned the legend of Great Father Winter into something that helps to sell candies and presents. It's no surprise that Golly is bitter about that sort of change. He and other dwarves like him cling to our past like a banner of war. While I think a little celebration is always good, it's important to remember the origins of the feast. Here, if you're interested in learning more about the Feast of Wintervale, read this book. While I think our recognition of the legend is the appropriate one, I'm enough of a scholar to appreciate the collection of all information into a single source. When you're done, take the book to Moradin Bronzebeard. I know for a fact he'd be interested in hearing that others have taken an interest in the older legends. Feel free to read the book, The Feast of Wintervale, to learn more about the holiday. When you are finished with the book, deliver it to Moradin Bronzebeard in Ironforge. The Feast of Wintervale book. The later seasons of Azeroth are marked as a time of change in many cultures. The dwarves and the Tauren especially look to a legend of the coming Wintervale, the blanketing of the land in snow, thus heralding a time of renewal, as a time for celebration. Though the understanding of the legend that the races of Azeroth share are not dissimilar, the ways they choose to acknowledge them are as diverse as the races themselves. The term Wintervale is said to stem from a supernatural being referred in many cultures to as Great Father Winter. As he would walk the land late in the seasons, winter itself would be his billowing cloak. In his wake was the blanketing of the land in snow, and thus it is said that Great Father Winter would cast his wintry veil over the land. Though parts of Azeroth may lie in snow, it gives the land time for rebirth and renewal. The Dwarves. Ever consumed with the research of their origins, the Dwarves choose to celebrate the season as a recognition of Great Father Winter himself. They consider him to be the personification of one of the ancients of Azeroth, the Titans. Much as they claim lineage in one degree or another to these mystical beings, they consider their snowy home of Dunmora as the prime example of Great Father Winter's blessings. The Tauren. The Tauren and their shamanistic understanding of winter, along with their recent emergence into druidic endeavours, fit in well with the legend of Wintervale. They focus almost entirely on the renewing aspects of the lore, however, leaving legend worship to those races, as they view it, less in tune with the nature of things. Many Tauren choose this time as the right time to give thanks for the blessings of their new home in Morgor. Feasting. The idea of feasting during this time of year is one that traces its origins to the legend itself. As Great Father Winter walked Azeroth, bringing winter in his wake, it is said he would provide a bounty for those who welcomed his presence. As such, the idea of feasting during the Wintervale would bring together communities as they shared whatever they had. Typically, a single day of merriment and feasting welcomed the change, all in anticipation of the land's renewal. Modern-day observation. Other cultures have begun to recognise the Feast of Wintervale as a time of great celebration, though not in the same traditions as the legend bases it on. Customs, often unrelated to anything other than a chance for celebration and gift exchange, have made their way into modern day observation of the season. Even the image of Great Father Winter is sometimes used, but more as a harbinger of commercial exploit rather than as a supernatural titan. And that is the historical and lore part of the Feast of Wintervale. So now it's time for us to turn the book in to Moradin Bronzebeard. And if you're found on the Horde, they'll ask you to take the book over to the Tauren's home and deliver it to the Tauren chieftain, Bane Bloodhoof. So the Horde will have to travel a little bit further because you've got to change cities. For the Alliance, we need to come to the main hall at the centre of the Great Forge in order to turn in the book, so we have less distance to travel. Moradin, we were asked to bring you a book. The legends and lore surrounding the Wintervale are ones that have faded from the forefront of public thought over the years. While I recognise that the goblins are helping to revive the season for their own ends, the fact that the citizenry thinks about it, at least in some form, does good to keep such lore alive. Your desire to go beyond the material and learn about our past is an admirable trait, young warrior. I salute your erudite nature.
Ironforge will win the day.
And if you have a snowball, I don't know which particular snowball it is, but there is one of the achievements, I'm sure, asks you to throw a snowball. Oil defence, Wintervale. I'm fairly sure that one of them asks you to throw. Let's see, which one is it? Just look at the list to know which ones to do. Throw a snowball at Moradin Bronzebeard during the Feast of Wintervale. There you go, Scrooge. So when you turn in the book in, if you've got some snowballs, throw one at him and you can get that particular quest done. A lot of the quests, as I said, are easily done after you do the quest. One of them is to save Metzen. One of them is Hear the Simply Abominable. That's what you'll get if you complete that daily quest, to go and kill the Grinch and turn it in. Open a present, it gives you if you're naughty or been nice. The Wintervale Gourmet, there you go. The three things that you need to eat is the gingerbread cookie, Wintervale nog, and the hot apple cider. But you actually have to make them. Use your culinary skill to make them. So those are the three recipes that we saw at the vendor. You have to make all three of those yourself in order to get that achievement. Most of the achievements are really simple to complete. Just read through them and I'm sure you'll be able to get them done really quickly. So let's head off now to do You're a Mean One. I think the closest flight path is probably Chillwind Camp in the Western Plaguelands. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Chillwind Camp, Western Plaguelands is the closest place to the quest. And I'll see you there. From Chillwind Camp, it is a very short distance to travel to the quest location. But before we do that, let's grab our toy box and pop out our, where is it? Disposable Wintervale suit. Now if we click on that, green, no, I like the red, let's have the red, there, much better. So if we jump on our flight path, right, if you follow the path around from Chillwind Camp in this direction, you just follow the path up and round. It will lead you in the general vicinity of where we can find the Grinch. Up into Alterac Mountains, and when you hit the snow, you know you're getting into the right area because you'll find the Grinch in the snow and he's hidden, tucked away in a little cave. So we fly over Starnbrad, keep following the path till we get to Gallows Corner and the old tower. And then we want to go across this snowy patch right here to find the cave and the Grinch. Also in this snowy region you can find little piles of snow which you can pick up to find snowballs. So here we are at the cave. Outside the cave you'll find the stolen treats that you need to pick up. And the pen just to the side of it here is where you will find Metzen the reindeer. And the Grinch will spawn right in front of the cave itself. You usually find a number of people around during the Wintervale time to help you take out the Grinch when he spawns. Once you kill the Grinch, Metzen will run out of the cave, out of the pen here at the side of the cave, and run into roughly this location where all the people are standing. You then need to click on Metzen to free Metzen. And if you notice, the quest doesn't actually require you to kill the Grinch. You just need to pick up the treats and click on the reindeer, but the reindeer is only going to be here after the Grinch has been killed. It doesn't normally take very long for the Grinch to pop up. You don't usually end up waiting for very long. As you can see, there's lots and lots of people here, so the Grinch is not going to be much of a problem to take him out. It's quite rare that you'll turn up here alone. Hello, somebody's trying to get the quest. Let's see, can we share it with them? There we go. There we go, we're being nice to people, see. La 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 la. Where is the Grinch then? He's supposed to be ruining Christmas. Is he off doing lots and lots of big plans to try and ruin Christmas for us? Hello, Mr. Grinch. Where are you? If he doesn't pop up soon, I'm going to have to cut some of this out, aren't I? Because it'll make the video too long. I was just hoping to show you the whole process all at once. Oh, there he is! There we go, Grinch. It's too close for me to see. Oh, look how big it is. Look at that! Can't see a thing! And this is the life of a tank or a melee DPS. Unless you're all the way out, you can't see a thing. Let's go back. And even if we go far out, look, then I can see all the people's mounts, and I still can't see the Grinch. He's a big guy, ain't he? And like I said, it doesn't take very long to put him down when there's an awful lot of people. And then don't forget, click your bag. There's the reindeer. Follow the reindeer. Wait till he stops running and click on him. You're free, Metzen! The bad Grinch can't do anything else to you now. Metzen's eyes light up with reindeer joy. And now we just want to head back and turn in. Zoom back in. The quickest way for me to get back. You can always ask a mage to portal you back. There's quite often people offering portals after the Grinch has been taken down. Or you can use your Hearthstone back to the old Dalaran, or to your new BFA town, and then just jump through the portals back into Ironforge. I think that's the very quickest way to get back now. And it's the Ironforge portal. And then we'll run back and turn that quest in and see what we get in our pretty package today. For a full list of things that are available in this package, do check a site such as Wowhead, where I'm sure people have listed everything that they found out of the package. But the package that you get from doing this quest, hey, we went through the globe. The package that you get from turning this quest in usually contains any and all of the previous year's presents that you can get under the tree. Enkidu, our Feast of Wintervale will be ruined with those treats to restock. Raku himself will miss out on sharing his delicious meat pies and all the good boys and girls this season. Don't worry, we got them. You found it! You've saved Smoky Wood Pastures Feast of Wintervale. You're a true hero to everyone here in Smoky Wood Pastures, and to all the children, of course. A Smoky Wood Pastures thank you. We at Smoky Wood Pastures appreciate the recovery of these stolen treats. For that, we'd like to offer you a special gift presented by none other than Great Father Winter himself. Please speak with Great Father Winter and he will give you our Feast of Wintervale gift from us here at Smoky Wood Pastures, from our farm to your plate. It's always Smoky Wood Pastures wholesome goodness. Thanks to you, of course. Speak with Great Father Winter.
What's on your mind?
Ho, ho, ho! Hello, adventurer. The goblins told me that you have earned a special gift this winter season, and I'm pleased to give it to you. Here you go. Have a wondrous Feast of Wintervale this and every season in the future. And this will give us the Smoky Wood Pastures a special gift.
Off with you.
So the Smoky Wood Pastures special gift has given me the recipe Enchant Weapon Winter's Might. As I'm an enchanter, that would be a brilliant present, except that I've already learned it, but that's the great way to get this enchant. And the daily repeatable quest gives you the stolen present, and as I said, that gives you a chance at some of the old presents that came under the trees in winters past. In case you missed any, this is the way that you can get hold of them. And in ours today we got a piece of Graku's mince meat fruit cake and the paper zeppelin kit. So we can throw zeppelins to all the players and play around with your friends. Hope you found this guide to the Wintervale quest from Ironforge to be of use. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. From SoftKitty99, a Merry Christmas to you all, and Happy Gaming!